with the new version of Nebula coming out, or Nebula 2.0, whatever you want to call it, Nebula 2 coming soon, I thought I'd do something a little bit different today to see how did you guys start playing? When did you start? Maybe you stopped playing. I'm sure there's quite a lot of people out there, quite a few, even some on my list, who took a break from the game and just stepped away from at least until the new version of the game comes out, whenever it does. But there's some people out there who still play. Well, last bites, but just as you can see, everyone comes here at the Nexus, and some people get on to hang out and teleport. But just you can see how people come on here and just stay active in this one particular space. I'm curious to find out about you guys. How did you guys start playing? When did you guys get into it? How did you guys find out about the game in the first place? See, it's gonna get crowded. It's really crowded here. You got the double swords. Brandish your blade. But some people got into the game at different dates and different times and points. And this game originally, since I've been playing since the beginning, since it first came out, this game wasn't available to the UK. It wasn't even a public game. You can get it off the PlayStation Store, but there were a lot of people making American accounts or US accounts just to play this game because it wasn't public. It took them quite a while to get it together to try to get it out to the public and available outside of the country so everyone out around the world can experience this game of Nebula. And for me, just to share with you guys, I got into it because someone told me about this game. And I knew it was going to be something. I heard rumors about a game that's going to be something supposed to be similar to PlayStation Home. And many would go back and forth to try to say that this is it's something that's supposed to be similar to PlayStation Home because it's another virtual world, but it doesn't compare to what PlayStation Home was and how it played and just the different things that was available in the game when it comes to in regards to the content, the activities, the spaces that you can go into, and all the places that was available for you to get into, mini games, activities, the crossplay. I would say, but when I say crossplay, I meant to say like the crossover games, in-game content with other game developers, like Konami. We had the Konami Penthouse. We had Bomberman. I love that space. Which was the Hudson Gate in PlayStation Home. So that was like the game of Bomberman. If you guys played that before or heard of it, we had that. Just a couple of things to name, for example, and then also Star Wars, the Star Wars Cantina space. Those are just a couple of examples that we had in PlayStation Home, but we don't have some of that stuff. We don't have that right now in this game. So that's some of the things that you could probably notice that'll stand out to you. But when you come on here and come into the space for the first time, you can see a movie theater. You come in here and try to load in, it's going to remind you almost similar to almost like what PlayStation Home's movie theater was like, but just a whole different look. Your ticket booth right here and all that, and just certain films that plays over and over and things that were just available. So you'll just be able to spot the differences and know what's missing from the game and what stands out to make the game a little bit different, even though this is just a whole different virtual world of content and different things that you can do with spaces. But when you look at this, not even just the cinema or the movie theater, but this whole place in this area, it's going to remind you of Central Plaza a little bit, because this place wasn't really, this place never really looked like this. It was different. I got to see the difference of the Nexus just really transformed. It was way bigger than this. You had this huge little bridge that you had to get across to even try to get to the dome. The dome didn't even look like how it is. We didn't have this dance floor, this statue, or any of this kind of spaces and this whole new look that's in the game right now, where you can just go from place to place. We didn't even have a navigation menu. You could just tell that some changes were made into the game, but with very little spaces, some spaces that were renewed, redone, and completely revamped. And we're already going to get that again, but it's going to be a lot better looking and smoother running. But these are just all the places that you can go to right now. Because in the beginning, we just had the Nessus, the Dome already, just like I mentioned. And then eventually, after a while, before this even came to fruition, the Leap Park was the other space that was available. We had the Nessus, we had Leap Park, and we had the Dome. That was all those are all the spaces that you could go into for this game. And then a little bit afterwards, after a little while, the bowling alley eventually became available as they opened up the servers and more people started getting online. And you can make the changes to your avatar to the way you see fit. Because some people couldn't even change their avatars to the way they want it to or whatever they want it to be. So that was just some of the changes. But that's how I really got into the game. Basically, is just from being told, because someone saw me on my PlayStation Home videos and told me that, hey, this game it's a game called Nebula Realms that's supposed to come out in sometime around October if everything goes well, and it's going to be available on PlayStation, only on PlayStation. So that's how I really got into the game. And if he never told me about the game in the first place, I probably wouldn't even be on here. Maybe I probably would have found out about it eventually at a later date, but I don't know if I would have probably been on here to probably just play the game to experience it as it continues to lag. But I don't even know. Maybe I should change spaces. I'm heading to the Dome because it's one of the original spaces. See if I can make it in. But places like this was just like the start of the game, and I'm just curious to see how you guys got into the game. How did you guys start playing the game in the first place? What made you guys want to play? Did you guys also play PlayStation Home? Most of you guys probably, more than likely, have just played PlayStation Home or heard of it or seen some videos about it to make you want to just that appeal to you to make you want to just download the game, try it out, and see how you guys liked it for your first time experience of checking the game out and maybe how it really compared to your experience from PlayStation Home. So I just thought I'd just mention this just to talk about it. And while we just wait for this new version of the game just gets created, we can just something a different type of video. Wondering how you guys started playing. If you guys still play it, it's okay if you don't like the game anymore. Maybe you play something else. It's a lot of different virtual world games out there. It's crowded. It's crowded up here. Let's check the space. Maybe you guys play a lot of different social games because some people talked about IMVU, Atom Universe, 4Kids Casino. If you guys still play that, Second Life on PC, that a lot of people have mentioned, and just different other social worlds like a Vacant Life is another one. I think most people have probably mentioned too. But it's just so many virtual worlds now. It's an abundance of them now. So it just depends on what you guys like to play. Maybe you're not into these type of games. That's fine too. But I just thought I'd just try to ask to see how you guys got into the game and what you guys think of the game so far. Maybe you guys stopped playing for a particular reason. Maybe you guys want to play some other games. It's just different reasons for everyone else out there. But for me, I'm still playing the game for the updates. And then now that we're going to finally get something a little bit better of a product of the game, instead of just dealing with so many constant problems, update after update, and just everything breaking within every update, we can have something that we can probably really experience with a whole new look of our avatars and just different, all new sorts of content that we can get into and experience when the game is a lot more smoother running. But obviously the servers was never like it was right now. Even with this point, with just some issues and bugs, it was really impossible to really get on the game. It was impossible to really try to stay on the game for 5 minutes without getting kicked and the game crashing within that certain time period because it was really unstable. It wasn't even ready to really be. Whoa, it's frozen. See, just like now. See what I'm talking about? Like just right now, it's. We're not gonna. It wasn't really like this, but it was a little bit worse. It was way worse than this. This guy just disappeared. It was way worse than this, what it already is now. But I just thought I'd make this video just to try to find out some more about you guys that play this game in particular. And if you guys still play it, that's fine. If it's still on your PlayStation and not deleted back into the library, to never ever be returned ever played again. But that's fine too. But I just wanted to really just find out and see how you guys get into the game, how you guys got into the game. Do you guys still play it? And what got you into playing this game, even if it was your first time playing, even if you never ever experienced PlayStation Home?